What's going on, everyone? My name is Joseph Reynolds, and today joining me is Randi Field ahead of a next fight on Bellator 293. How are you feeling for that next fight?
I am super excited, and I love your accent.
Thank you. It's the UK charm, the UK accent. It just flies out of me. I can't
Oh,
lie.
I love it. Nice to meet you.
Likewise as well. And obviously, it's a great step up in competition. Obviously, your fifth fight as your pro career and already spent 60% of that with Bellator. To be at this level already, still really early in your pro career, what has that been like for you?
That's amazing. I feel so lucky every single day. I wake up and I'm like, even, just watching the fights, and we just watched the Invicta card, and, I'm like, we're watching the Bellator cards, and I'm like, I'm there. Like I'm so grateful to have the opportunity to have the world see who I am.
Yeah, and as well during this period, obviously you mentioned with the Invicta card and what's going on there, and the growth of women in martial arts as well. It's been huge to see, and being a part of that, and being a part of this next generation to come in. What does that sort of mean to you as well?
Yeah, it's amazing. And honestly, really even watching the women that in my division and with similar records, like I'm excited to see us all grow as athletes and as individuals, and some as mothers, and we have a really nice strong group ahead coming up. So
Yeah, and taking a look at this upcoming fight against Ashley Cummins as well, in terms of sort of seeing how this fight plays out and how it goes, how do you sort of see this fight progressing?
I see this fight is going to be fireworks. It's going to be, I think Ashley is a very technical fighter. She's very aggressive. I think that her career also helps her with that. And to be honest, I don't know if Ashley has fought anybody as aggressive as me. I would say what brought me to MMA is my anger issues. So yeah, I'm prepared to be just as aggressive, if not more. And we'll see who finishes first.
Yeah, and so far, obviously, you've only been to a decision once during the pro career as well. And you mentioned there in terms of this fight being fireworks. Is that something that obviously alongside winning, is that something that you're always looking to sort of bring to the cage when you do fight as well?
Absolutely. I love being an entertainer. I have fought girls where I have thrown them off me into the turnbuckle posts, and people are like, oh, you only see that in like WWE. But it's like, I know I'm an entertaining fighter. I love to bang, and, on the ground, I'm super aggressive. So yeah, I'm excited to put on this show.
Yeah, and as well, so I obviously touched on a little bit in terms of being in Bellator already really early on in your pro career, but when you did make those adjustments to making that step up to shows like Bellator, to these major organizations, what was that like, sort of transitioning into those type of shows?
Well, it was really hard to believe, to be honest, like, because I was like 2-0. And I started training in 2014. I had my first fight in 2015. So it was like everything just kind of happened really fast. And I didn't believe it at first. And then after I got an injury, and then, I had to take a year off, and then coming back in, I felt like, I had to kind of prove myself all over again. And then, yeah, I lost that first fight in Bellator. And then the next fight, I felt like, I was putting a lot of pressure on myself then, like to show like I do belong, I do deserve to be here. And then I ended up getting a finish, which was great. But every single fight, I feel like, I'm just evolving more as a person than as a fighter, and I'm excited to show everybody.
Yeah, and when you do sort of face those little bits of adversity coming off of a loss and then going into a next fight, in terms of knowing that you can handle that and then go in and win the next one, what does that sort of feel with confidence-wise to know that you are able to handle those things?
Fighting is, probably, I have a lot of struggles in my life, and I deal with a lot of things. And this is actually a really positive coping mechanism for me. So to be able to go in there and to be able to get paid to do something that has really changed my life. I feel very grateful to be able to do that. Does that make sense?
Yeah, and then as well, sort of looking at this year and the chances that you've got as well, what do you sort of want to accomplish this year, and what are you looking to do?
I'm really looking to accomplish being able to go out there and show everybody, showcase my skills and show everybody what I'm capable of doing, and everybody what I've worked so hard on the past year. You know, I've been off for a year, but I've traveled in that time and sharpened my tools and, you know, worked on my fight IQ. So I'm really starting to understand MMA more rather than just going through the motions.
Yeah, and when you are able to sort of take those periods away from the sport, well, not away from the sport, still training in it and evolving, do you sort of feel as though that plays to your advantage a little bit going into this fight? Because I'm sure there's new things that you've added that your opponent won't have been able to see before from yourself.
Absolutely. I can't tell you what though.
Yeah, and to have those and to be able to get these different experiences with different training partners and different gyms as well, what does that sort of do for a fight that's still really on in the career?
I think it's really good to see that no matter where you go, you can adapt and you can fight people who have all different skill sets. I think that it's important to go with people who are better than you, and it's important to get beat up. You know, if you're going to a gym where you're beating everybody up, you're not in the right gym. So I think that's really helped me in terms of I'm tougher and I'm not putting so much pressure on myself.
Yeah, and sort of taking a look at the weight class that you're in and the talent that is in the division as well. I know you won't be overlooking this fight in any way, but to sort of look at that division and know that your name is in there as well, and these are some of the people you may face down the line, what's that sort of like to look at as well?
I'm going to be honest. I do focus fight by fight. I'm really grateful to be fighting Ashley at 120. I'm hoping that Bellator continues to do that for me because for the 125, you know, trying to gain weight is actually a lot harder than trying to lose weight. So for me, I'm not really sure where they're going to put me next. And if they're going to keep doing catch weights for me, that would be wonderful.
Yeah, and then just one of the final things for myself is, if the fans are yet to hear the name Randi Field, what is it that they can expect to see from yourself come fight night?
They can expect to see an aggressive, cute little flower come out and yeah, completely own the show. I am so fun to watch. I'm so entertaining, and I'm really excited to show people that.
Well, there you go. That is everything from myself. Obviously, you'd like to take a chance at any sponsors, anything like that, obviously just feel free to go ahead.
I would just like to thank all my coaches, my teammates, local sponsors. We have Conquer Construction, Perfect Sports, we have Armando's Pizza, Veg Tech, Tantalized Tanning Lounge, and we have Motor City Automotives. So I'd like to thank all them.
There you go. I appreciate your time today. Obviously, Bellator 293, it's not a card to miss. A Randi Field's fight, also not a fight to miss as well. But I appreciate your time today. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Nice to meet you.
See you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.